So a few people asked me in the last few days on what ransomware was because of this gas shortage going on and all this craziness, cryptocurrency falling for a few days and all that stuff. So I decided to make a quick video on it, and whatever you just saw in the clip, I kind of want to break that down because there's some things in there that are definitely educational and some things that are sort of funny. So let me give you some hustle vitamins on understanding what ransomware is if you're an entrepreneur or a company that's growing and need to protect yourself, or whatever the case may be, to sort of, make sure you don't get taken hostage for somebody, capturing your data or encrypting your data. So let's get right into it. Ransomware got two major words in it: ransom and ware, like software or hardware. In this case, it's software generally, but essentially it's somebody taking over your data, encrypting it, locking it, holding it hostage, and requiring that you pay them a ransom in order to get that data back. Generally, they'll target companies that they know they can afford it. It could be, as you saw in the video, it could be anywhere from, like $5,000, which is really small. That could be any small business, unfortunately, or all the way up to like 930,000, $1 million, $5 million in this case, which is what happened with the pipelines. And it definitely sucks. So, making sure your website is at least hosted by a major platform that is going to prevent anyone from hacking. Like, let's say your Shopify website's a pretty decent platform, because it's less likely that you're going to get your customer data hacked and held hostage than, let's say, if you're using WordPress in WooCommerce, because you got to store that on your own server. If you don't have a lot of money per month and you're cheap and you just get the cheapest $10 a month or whatever, $20 a month for a VPS, and you don't have really any security in place, and all your customers' data is stored on that server through WooCommerce and WordPress, you may get yourself in trouble. So that is something to consider. But there was one funny part in the video, which they said that the hackers that put the ransomware on your platform and hold your data hostage, they many times request Bitcoin because it's untraceable currency. And I'm learning more about cryptocurrency every day, and it doesn't make sense to me, because I thought cryptocurrency was supposed to be 100% transparent, smart contracts that can be verified. So how is it untraceable? That doesn't make sense to me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it can be verified, everybody should be able to trace where that Bitcoin transaction happened, where it went. Now it's in the blockchain. Then they should be able to verify all those smart contracts with the coins as they travel further and further. So that always sort of baffled me, because I'm learning more about cryptocurrency, and there's many elements. And look, I went to school for mechanical engineering. I'm an engineer. I've wrote software, many complex applications. That part I'm still not really understanding, how it's a payment transaction method that's untraceable, yet it's supposed to be 100% fully transparent in smart contracts that are essentially verifiable and traceable, right? So that doesn't make sense. But you see that companies are stocking up on Bitcoin in case this is going to happen to them. And I wonder if that has anything to do with the cryptocurrency underground, because the people that are capable of writing smart contracts and things like that are generally software savvy enough that could create a ransomware, send it to a company, and to force companies buy Bitcoin to, just for protection purposes, to be able to pay in Bitcoin to an attacker or a hacker in order to get their data back. That's a crazy way of inducing, or increasing the worth of Bitcoin. That's like, when people tell you, like, make sure you always got some cash on you in case you get robbed by somebody, with a handgun, that they're not going to kill you because you at least can give them something. So always have cash. It's sort of stupid to think about the fact that you have to do that big company have to buy Bitcoin. But I'm just going to leave you with that. That's crazy to me that it's paid out in Bitcoin for these attacks, and it's supposed to be a currency that's 100% transparent according to all the cryptocurrency fans and supporters, and it's supposed to be verifiable, and it's all smart contracts, and it can't escape anybody, right? That's the whole point, I thought, of creating cryptocurrency, so they can't create a system like the banks, where sometimes it's very difficult to verify these transactions, and when they exchange currency to currency, and when hedge funds do certain moves, and you can't request the data, and it's all hidden away from the public and all that. I thought cryptocurrency transactions are supposed to be verifiable by anyone, so that makes no sense to me. I'm just going to leave you with that. And hopefully you learned something at least. I don't necessarily give you any ways to protect yourself other than making sure you got your security right on your server, or anything you're using with your customers' information in it. But maybe you learned something anyways. I'll leave you guys with that. I'll see you next time for another episode of Hustle Vitamins. Peace.